Each year, monarch butterflies pass through North Texas on their migration to and from their overwintering sites further south. It's a phenomena that inspires awe and delight. However, like so many things in our changing world, it's also under threat. The IUCN recently listed the migratory monarch butterfly as endangered to highlight the risks that they face. Today we're talking to Monarch Watch conservation specialist Carol Clark to learn more about this amazing species and what we can do in our own yards to maybe help conserve them. So Carol, as you know, Texas is host to over 400 species of butterflies. But monarch butterflies seem to be the ones that capture everybody's attention and imagination. So what is it about monarchs that makes them so unique?
Well, I think they're large and they're colorful and they're easily identified. And they also fly kind of slow, so they're easy to observe. And people have memories of seeing lots and lots of them come through North Texas, especially if they're a little older. We don't have as many as we used to.
So talk about that migration a little bit and the coming through each year. So they come through twice a year. What are they doing and where are they going?
All right. Well, they start the winter in Mexico, spending the winter hanging in special trees in the mountains of Mexico. When the weather warms up and the days get longer, they stir and they begin to move north. And they're going to be breeding and flying and moving north and laying eggs all along their travel route. That brings them to Texas, where they're looking for milkweeds to lay eggs. Once those eggs have hatched into caterpillars and those caterpillars have gone through their life cycle and become adult butterflies, those adult butterflies will then fly north, breeding and laying eggs as they go. It takes about 2 new generations in the spring to fill up their summer breeding grounds, and those breeding grounds go all the way up into Canada, all the way up into the Northeast and the Eastern Seaboard. Basically, everywhere east of the Rockies has these summer breeding monarchs. Once they're there, they're going to have another couple of generations that they'll go through, and the last generation of the summer is going to be different when they emerge as adults. They're going to be larger, darker, and have wings optimized for long-distance flight. So they are going to come out as adults and head all the way back to Mexico, stopping in Texas to nectar and fuel up on their way.
Oh, so it's multi-generational on the way up north. But then it really is just that one butterfly that makes its way all the way south back to the breeding grounds.
It is. So this one butterfly that weighs about what a paper clip weighs can make a trip of over 3,000 miles from the north, where they were born and raised, and all the way back to Mexico and back to Texas.
Do we know why they migrate yet, or is that still one of the mysteries of nature?
That's still a big scientific puzzle. Scientists have been studying monarchs for decades, and we know some of the pieces, but not all of the reasons they switch from flying north to flying south or to staying put and breeding. So they're working on that.
So you mentioned nectar plants and milkweed plants. Is that something that people could provide in their own yards for these butterflies, and why are they important to the species?
Absolutely. We can provide what's missing from our outdoor spaces these days. We've had a lot of habitat loss due to just urbanization and also agricultural advances, where we have had increased use of pesticides and herbicides that take away the flowers that the monarchs need and sometimes directly kill the butterflies.
Right.
But people can plant milkweeds, their only host plant as caterpillars, in their own yards, and they can plant nectar plants to fuel up those adult butterflies.
So other than milkweed and nectar plants, is there anything else that someone could do in their own yard?
Sure. Monarchs could really use a little shelter, too, so planting something like a dense shrub or a clump grass with dense foliage at the bottom can help them get out of the elements, out of the rain, the wind, and the hail. And we all know North Texas has its share of those things. What you do in your yard, in your own small space, can make a big difference. Small spaces make a big difference for small creatures, and this can help make or break this monarch migration.
Thank you so much, Carol. That's great information. And if you would like to witness this amazing phenomena for yourself, keep an eye out toward the end of September through October, and then again March through May. To learn more about the monarch butterfly and how you can help, check out flower-mound.com/garden. Thanks for joining us.